What's up, beautiful?
What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Thank you for calling.
Absolutely. Always. We always chat. One night, every night we chat for like an hour, 20 minutes. We talk about comedy, the bets that Lee lost, shit like that. So we're just going to get together now once a week and do a church Zoom. And it's going to be based on just current events and sports. Since you guys know we're just two fat bums that don't know nothing about nothing. But we're going to give you the best picks of the year. You understand me? And it'll cost you $0.
I love it. I love it.
September 5th. The summer's over. You can't dress in white no more. And Christmas is straight ahead. And if you're in debt, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's Tuesday. It's over, Jack. So let's open up the church. When you usually go to church, they give you communion like in the middle. You know, they warm you up. They got to kiss your neck. Not tonight. We're going in with the Tom Segura capsules, 200 milligram ABX. Don't be showing up with a 50 there, Lee.
You gave it to me. Look, you gave me this crazy jar, and you put a little nug of weed in there, just a tiny little one. These are my favorite.
Me too. What's happening, brother?
I'm thrilled. I'm so happy to be back.
Football season. I know you're excited about your comedy career. I want to congratulate you on all the work you've been doing. A lot of people don't know that while you were sitting in that room conning everybody, you were taking notes from the best, from Ralphie May to Theo Von to Tom Segura to Rogan. Look at us. You fooled us all, cocksucker.
I just absorbed it. I always loved stand-up. And then I basically quit. I thought in my head that the cool things I got to do with you, like doing, like, I know, you know, but like what I've seen of the way headliners have treated me is something like I hope I can do. But that show that you, Steve, and I did at the Wilbur, I don't know what it was, 2018, something like that, 2019, whatever it was. I thought, and it still could be, I thought it was the pinnacle of my short comedy career. And when we came back, I was like, you know, fuck it. I did what I am going to do. It's fun. I'm never going to be like a working stand-up. I thought it was a fucking crazy idea. And I didn't do it for like a year and a half. I had a retirement show, which is it was stupid. And then one day my mom called me and she was like, listen, I think you're a little bit depressed. Because my mom doesn't, she would have never thought I'd be doing stand-up, but she was like, listen, you've been a little bit, basically, like, to use your words, Zubats. Like, I was just a little bit not into it. And I started up, and then I came to see you with Athena, and we went to a comedy club in Jersey. And as you always do, just surprised me and said I was going up, and I fucking bombed, and I freaked out. But I was back, and I've been back, like really back for a year and a half. And
what are you averaging? How many mics are you doing a week now?
I try to do 6 to 7. I can double up Wednesdays, and I can double up maybe Thursdays sometimes. I've been really lucky. Josh Wolf has been like my savior. He's been so cool to me. Him and Jake, we've gone on the road. There's a couple clubs around here. There's one in Chicopee that I've been doing a bunch. It's been great. There's a club up in Saratoga, New York, that has been really cool to me. It's really cool. Like I don't know if the word community is right, but like people, it's just nice the way comics help each other out. You hear a lot of stuff on podcasts of like comics being shitty to each other. What you don't hear a lot of is like comics are actually pretty fucking cool to each other. Like our buddy Agostino just got me a weekend in Plano, Texas. So I just did that last weekend. I've been doing a lot, man. It's been, because I heard you for years talk about like the steps you take. And when I started, I was just doing open mics, and then I would get little by little. And the past couple months, I've been busy. I've been like 1 or 2 weekends a month, pretty much.
And what I'm trying doing the most is that you're doing dive bars during the week.
Oh yeah,
people who are weird up front. You walk in there, you're like, what the fuck is going on with my life? But then on the weekends, you have a chance to go up in front of real audiences with Josh Wolf. And that'll, when I was at your level, 3-4 years, I was still in Denver, and I would just do, Mexican rooms with Jimmy Abeda, and I would do, anything I could do for $25. And then on the weekend, I would get sets at the clubs. It would either be the George McKelvey's Comedy Club, or sometimes I'd go to Comedy Works. No, not the Comedy Works, the place in Colorado Springs. They gave me 5 minutes.
Right. And would you, like, in a month, how many club spots would you have back then, do you think? Would it be every weekend?
I wasn't a clubber when I was in Denver. I was an open micer. And then I was doing, like, Wits End wouldn't hire me because I started there. I was a doorman there.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't give me any love. And then you had the Comedy Club that belonged to George McKelvey. He put me up. He gave me guest spots. And the Comedy Works would have a tremendous headliner on the weekend. So there was nothing. That was Denver, okay? When I moved to Seattle, my whole game changed. I went up from, I still did a couple one-nighters. I did bases, Army bases. But 3 or 4 nights, I was at the Comedy Underground, which at the time was an A- room. But, there were people going through there, Louis C.K., Mark Maron at the time. There was a lot of guys that you see today that are thriving that went through there, and that's where I met them.
That's crazy. Like, do you remember, because all I think about right now, like, and it's just, though, like, the only word I can use to describe it is, like, want. Like, I just have such a desire to be on the road every weekend, and I look at these things, and it's just like, I don't know how, it's like a magnet that I feel like it's pulling me, but I'm not anywhere close to it. I don't know how to describe it.
I was there, and it's an addiction.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, you get so, listen, man, to get anywhere in comedy, you have to be married to it. It was pretty funny. I was watching Winning Time with the Lakers last week, and Magic got offered $25 million for 25 years. And he was talking to the girl, Cookie, that he ended up marrying. And he's like, listen, man, I'm married to the fucking Lakers. And if I'm married to the Lakers, anybody who wants to be with me has to be married to the Lakers. And I got to be honest with you, that's what happens. You are married after 3 or 4 years, you get married to it. And I look back at my career now, and I think about, there was a girl who hit me up about 1.5 years ago one night. I hadn't spoken to her in a long time. She got my number from a friend of mine in Boulder. And she was saying that she was thinking about me, that I was always sweet when I was with her, but she could always tell I wasn't boyfriend material. And she goes, it was a shame because I really like you. And we spoke for a little while. Like I said, I was married to comedy at that time. I was in such a hole in my personal life that stand-up was all I had. And whether it was a bombing or a good set, it's better than sitting on your couch. Whether I bombed or had a good set, it was way better than staying home. Plus, I got a better chance of getting cocaine if I went out. There ain't no cocaine in your kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to find it under the pot. So,
and the thing that, like, the way I feel now, it's not that, like, I don't want to spend time with my girlfriend. It's not like that you didn't want, it's not like you hated your girlfriends, but it's just, there's not, even for 5 minutes, like that feel. And I don't know about you, because, like, for you, you're like, you're a calm person when we hang out, but, like, you're like an extrovert in a way, like kind of 50-50. I'm a full-on introvert, but there's something about me when I get on the stage. I'm not yelling. I don't have, like, the stage presence or whatever that you do, but I don't have the second thoughts or, like, the doubt that I have in real life. I don't know what it is. It doesn't. And I'll say, there was a girl in Plano who just had her tits out and everything front row. And I would have never even looked at her in real life, but I made a joke about tits. And I said, not as good as yours. And, like, it was good. They loved it. But, like, I would have never said that to her in normal day life. But there's something about that I feel getting on stage that for some reason I can say it.
It becomes an altered ego. It's crazy how my alter ego, was me in real life. But when I went on stage, believe it or not, the alter ego I had on stage wouldn't say the shit that I would say in real life.
Wow.
You know, so
I mean, you've talked about it, yeah.
My alter ego, I wouldn't talk about abortion, and I wouldn't talk about fucking Nazi and Jews. That was never going to be coming out of my mouth. So for people who say they have all this freedom with stand-up, I still had personal beliefs that I didn't want to talk about on stage, and those were the two of them. And you build around it, you know. It's so weird that the journey that is stand-up comedy, whether you're doing improv, whether you're a writer, it's you need to get beat up a little bit to realize your real value. And it could take a long time or it could take a short time. It's really up to you what you want to do with this. And that's anything in life. That's anything, you know.
But
so
like,
I knew I wanted to be a junkie and I wanted to do comedy. I didn't want real life. I didn't want to be responsible. I had a P.O. box and a pager. What does that tell you about somebody? I don't want nobody bothering me. I'm on a mission from Satan here, you know, and I was doing triple runs and all these things. But looking back at it now, yeah, I was married to it.
Do you regret it?
Yes and no.
What parts do you regret?
I regret that I forgot what a life was like. That's why people are in shock right now, like, you're not doing stand-up. Because after the pandemic, I remembered what life was like. I never had a fucking life, guys. I haven't had a life since 1979. All right? Now, that's the truth. That's the honest to God truth. I haven't had a home. You know, so it's just really weird how things fucking just work themselves out. I didn't have a home. So for the first time after the pandemic, I came here and I was like, I enjoy watching TV with her. I enjoy doing all these things. This afternoon, tonight, we're going to go see The Equalizer, her and I.
Oh, it's out already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is out. Fuck yeah.
She wants to fucking go see it. So, you know, she's 10, but she likes Man on Fire, and this Equalizer, whatever it's fucking called, reunites her and him.
Oh, so, she's in it?
Yeah.
That little girl's in it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, no Mexicans this time. Just straight up blonde and fucking. I think Denzel's killing Russians in this time. You know, he ain't going after Mexicans, thank God.
Oh, the Mexicans have had it hard enough. Oh, that's so cool. Like, yeah, that's when it's been really cool. Like we went like, I don't know, maybe a year without seeing each other. And then I come down like every 60 to 90 days. What you and Mercy have is very, very cool.
Listen, man, I had a chance at being a dad. I blew it, and I didn't want to blow this one. This meant more to me than anything in the world. So, you know, listen, she's already starting it. She's going to be 11 in January. She's already got girlfriends coming over. And, you know, today I took her to lunch. She had a white skirt on with a green blouse. You know, I thought she was going to play fucking tennis. I thought she was going to the U.S. Open or some shit. And the truth of the matter is she's getting older. And yes, we still hang together. But in time, she's going to be apart. I'll force her to do little things. You know, I drive her to MMA. I drive her to a few things. You know, tomorrow I got to go clothes shopping with her. You know, I take her to a couple different stores, and my wife takes her to the more personal stuff. I'm enjoying it. Do I miss anything? Not at all. I do not miss being involved in a strike, which we'll get to, because I'm sure a lot of people want to see what our views on the strike. And the no bail shit in LA, like, I'm very happy down here. I don't go up north a lot. I don't go up to the city at all, basically. You know, I have a life down here. My job is a podcast now. I'm going to start rewriting a book. I'm going to start writing a book on comedy, on the journey, on the psychology of it, you know. When you see a picture, it's a picture, but then you go see Roger Clemens pitch live. And it wasn't that his pitching was so good as his psychology of the game. And I think
what do you mean by that?
He would fucking terrorize batters. with intimidation. His body language, he never smiled on the mound. It was all a psychological attack on the batter. After he would throw the ball, he would walk towards the batter to try to fuck with him. And while he walked back, he would keep his eye on the batter. It was mental warfare.
And you think that got in their heads?
You bet your fucking ass. He didn't win the Cy Young Award because, and this, I've watched how people have used a certain, it's not psychology. I've watched how people have stuck to a code and they flourish that way, i.e. Led Zeppelin. His manager did something that nobody ever did before. He would get paid up front for the shows. He wouldn't let them do any TV shows, no fucking midnight special, none of that stuff. He had a code. He had a certain code. And with stand-up, it's not even a code. It's just, it would be good for the open micer to understand these things about stand-up, later on. And I don't want to get into them right now, but what do you think about this fucking strike? Because people hit me up every day and they ask what the strike is about, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be honest with you, it's about fucking dough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's dough is in somebody else's fucking pocket. It's going on, 4 months for the writer's strike and 2 for the fucking actor's strike, maybe, 2 months. And I got to be honest with you, and I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this and people are going to bust my balls. I'm really concerned about the little businesses. We lived in Burbank. We lived close to Burbank. We were
right
at Portos twice a fucking month. And even if I live here, I still became connected to that area. And especially in Burbank, I think about tacos, 1776. That's where people were going to eat all day from the studios. I think about that dry cleaner that's open 24 hours. Who takes clothes to a dry cleaner at 3 a.m? A coke fiend and actors, like a studio, for
right.
clothes for the next day to prepare.
I like that place. They had Oreos for free.
They what?
They had Oreos for free, that store. I used to go in there and just steal an Oreo.
Jesus Christ, Lee, who steals a fucking Oreo? You have to have some decency at some point. But that's who I think about. Listen, again, I'm going to get some backlash for this, so somebody will be mad at me for saying this, but I've seen some of those writers on Facebook, and I know a lot of them. And a lot of them are hurting, but a lot of them have trust funds, or they're like everybody else in Hollywood. They're living off credit cards, and they figured out a way to do it. And so my concern is that those small businesses, they just recovered from fucking COVID. They just started making a profit from fucking, So that's who I think about, the little people, the below the line people. I'm always very honest on podcasts. I saw something that disturbed me in the beginning. They said the average SAG actor makes $65,000 a year. I lived in LA for 23 years. I've been a member of the union for a little more than that. And I got to be honest with you guys, I only made over $60,000 3 years.
Right.
The rest of the years I was at $20,000, $30,000, and I had to book a commercial for that. Just to give the people at home an example. When I got to Hollywood, a guest star was anywhere from 20 to 25 G's a week. Now a guest star is $7,000. So over the years, and listen, COVID banged out the budget. Let me tell you what happened with COVID. They had to have a budget for COVID, but COVID's gone now, and they're still singing the COVID budget. So somebody's taking this fucking money, okay? And I've done it. I paid my dues. I did a lot of $100 a day movies, and you have to pay for your own dry cleaning. One question comes to mind. Like I want you guys to know this. I had to pay for my own plane ticket to do a De Niro Stallone movie. Now, at the time, I was under the ether, and I really wanted to do the role, and I had free points and shit. I got like a free ticket out of it, and they put me up in the hotel because I had a Houston address, But Think about that. I did a heavy $1 million budget, and I had to pay for my own motherfucking plane ticket. You know, again, I'm not crying, but think about that.
Well, I think the $60,000 thing is skewed because of like Will Smith making $20 million a movie. So like,
Well,
there's that.
now they came back and they spoke about how actors barely make insurance. You know, during the pandemic, the Screen Actors Guild decided to pull away residuals from counting towards your insurance. That kills a guy like me.
Right. What percentage? What, like after like 20 years, what percentage of your income was residuals, do you think?
Right now? Listen, I shot one movie this year in an episode of Law and Order. I don't want to divulge what I got for the movie, and I don't want to divulge what I got for Law and Order, but I'm not driving a Mercedes-Benz. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm still eating crispy pizza like a motherfucking freehold. So,
dude, you could win the lottery and still be eating crispy pizza.
Yeah, no. But you know what I'm saying. I don't have a butler. I don't have a personal chef, nothing like that. And like this year, I got insurance this year. I lucked out because I shot a film in June. So I got insurance. And now they extended it for 3 months for the strike. So that means I get insurance now till fucking San Gennaro Day.
Nice.
I'm still waiting on residuals from Law and Order. Hopefully I'll get some residuals from this movie. I don't have to tell you that my longest yard is on every night, guys. I'll always eat Chinese food because the longest yard is on every night. Are my residuals big? Every once in a while, but guess what, bitches? You'll see it this week on CBS at 8 o'clock. And that's a nice cut for Uncle Joey. Okay.
Do you switch to the channel if you know it's on?
What's that?
Do you switch to the channel if you know it's on just so like the viewership goes up?
No.
I would do that.
No. I don't. Listen, if I saw that movie when it came out, and then I didn't watch it again for years. And when it would come on TV, I would put it on for like a second. And it wasn't until about 3 years ago that I rewatched it. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know, it's going to be the 25-year anniversary, or the 20-year anniversary is in 2 years. But next year is the 20th year that we shot the movie. That was 20 fucking years ago. And they still play the fucking movie every goddamn fucking night. So I'm really happy about that. And I hope that the strike doesn't break the union. You know, the writers, the WMP, whatever the fuck it is, made a statement that they were going to break the writers. They were going to make them sell their homes and shit. That's a cold-blooded fucking statement.
Yeah.
That's
like whether the way like I look at it, and I was never part of a union, but before I met you, I moved to LA to be an editor. And I got to work on some pretty cool reality shows, but I also interviewed for a lot of shitty, and I worked for a couple of shitty ones. And they would hit you up, and it's non-union. Like there's one, fuck them. There's one that you watch poker on ESPN. I won't say the name of the show. It's a big show. You see it all the time. They wanted to pay $900 a week, which is not, just for a reference, this was 15 years ago. I was already making $1,200 a week, and for a union, you're making $2,000 a week. But they do that because you don't work all the time. You have to take months off. And the thing that bugged me was there's always going to be people who just because they're, oh shit,
it's that time, bitches.
I wish I had some. But there's always going to be people who take jobs that are too low paying. And I feel bad for like the restaurant people too. But I feel bad for the people who are moving to LA. And like, not that I don't care about like the Will Smiths and Tom Cruise, but they're going to be fine. This is for the people who are making $10,000 a year. Like that's what I think it's for. And I don't like how the studios and the production companies, all they care about, and I get it, they're a business, they got to make whatever they got to make, but they're not honest about it. They make it seem like they don't have it. They have it. It's like they have the money. They just don't want it. They want their profits to be whatever they want. So I don't love it. I'm happy that for like podcasters and for other people that maybe they can grow during this time. But no, I don't. The way that like corporations are trying to fuck with us, I don't like it at all.
I've said it 1,000 times. We're living in a time that this is unacceptable. As Americans, this is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Who gives a Frenchman's fuck? Thursday night, it's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Detroit Pistons, against the Detroit Lions. Let me tell you
That's
something.
Going to be a good game.
And I know you guys are going to look at me and go, you're such a fucking hypocrite. No, again, when Lee and I used to do the podcast and Lee would tell me he'd watch football on Sunday, and then he'd go, we might beat. Shut the fuck up, Lee. You're not part of the Miami. You're not part of the fucking New England.
Yes, I am. Look.
Stop it. So, I used to say, Lee, you watch, because for 30 fucking years, I didn't watch football. I would watch a game here, a game there, I wouldn't watch football. I was in a hotel room writing fucking jokes. And I knew if I watched football, I wouldn't write no fucking jokes. I moved here 3 years ago. Once I move into the house, Jimmy Florentine invites me to his house on a Sunday football. And I was blown the fuck away by the two TVs, the food, the fucking shit that comes out of their mouth. I didn't think they had guys like that anymore. He's got two guys, the Jewish guy and my other buddy who goes over there. These guys go off on everything. The announcers, the cheerleaders, everybody burns in hell with these fucking savages. And I just started watching football again on Sunday, not 10 hours worth. I'll do something on Sunday with the family, and then I'll go to Jimmy's at halftime of the Miami Dolphin game, watch the Miami Dolphin, because they're a Miami Dolphin family, the Florentine crime family. I watch the beginning of another game, then I come home. And then maybe if the 7 o'clock game is interesting, I'll put that on at night. But it's not like I've been watching 10 hours a day. I don't have the NFL package, even though I'm thinking of getting it this year.
I love it.
I've gotten into baseball again.
See, that's the one that's hard for me.
I like basketball again. I paid attention to basketball. I started paying attention. So I don't know what the future brings. You know what I'm saying? I'm just knowing I'm having a good time raising a fucking child. And I put my bets in from time to time with the motherfucking best, DraftKings. So now for a word from our sponsor. We're back, you savages. Over here chit-chatting about the usual shit. Now we got to talk about who you like this weekend, Lee. I know you've looked. First of all, Lee calls me this morning. He goes, so we do a segment on who's going to win the Super Bowl? I go, Lee, you're going to have a hard time picking fucking Thursday, all right? Why worry about the Super Bowl? Fucking Henry Houdini. So knock it the hell off, But now I agree with Lee. Maybe we should make a Super Bowl prediction. Let's look at the magic screen here. There's what
actually DraftKings. I looked today.
It's on your fucking phone, okay? And you can look at the odds to see at any time. The other thing I like about DraftKings, if you're sucking at baseball, football, voila, hit the fucking casino. Me with this DraftKings fucking casino, I love the fucking thing. But anyway,
I'm so jealous. They need to get it in Massachusetts.
They still don't have it in Massachusetts?
I have DraftKings, but I can't do the casino.
All right, here you go. Add plus 200 to any team's odds to win.
Told you.
2024 Super Bowl. So, boom. Come on, give it to me, cocksucker. Where is it? All right.
They got a bunch.
You got the Kansas City Chiefs. Jesus Christ.
The Chiefs are plus 600. The Eagles are plus 650. They got the Bills at plus 900. And they, you know what? I like the Bengals. And this is where I get greedy. This is why I always lose bets, is because I love boosts like that. Because they have the Bengals at plus 1,100 right now, and if you put it the bonus, they'll be plus 1,300.
All right, so
that one.
The top 10 teams: Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, the Jets, Detroit, Philly, San Francisco, Dallas, Baltimore, and the Miami Dolphins. Who do you see taking the Super Bowl this year, Tarzan? Do you think Kansas City could do it again? Do you think this is the year that's Savage over at Cincinnati?
I'm leaning towards Cincinnati or Philadelphia.
What's that, brother?
I don't think Baltimore. I like Baltimore. Baltimore's always fucked with us, the Patriots, but I like Philly or Cincinnati. I don't like Philly was so close last year. I like Philly a lot. It pisses me off because they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I really like Joe Burrow. I was gonna ask you that. You used to call me when Tom Brady was on the Patriots and be like, "That's like what like white excellent." Like you said, you think like you love Tom Brady almost as much as I did. But like now, like, is there a quarterback that you like now?
I like the kid from Cincinnati. You know, you gotta love the guy from right now. If you bet the Detroit Tigers
Lions.
$25, you win $575. Okay.
Yeah.
What were you saying, my brother? Look.
Like,
Philadelphia Eagles has a great quarterback, but he's been very busy during the off season. Like he's doing commercials, and everything went up a little bit, and
right.
sometimes those guys lose a little bit of focus.
Mhm.
So I still love Philadelphia. Don't get me wrong. If anybody could fucking steamroll this league, it's Philadelphia. You understand me? Kansas City, they always show up one way or another. Buffalo, I don't know. I love Buffalo, but I think they had a bad break last season. I think they had good momentum.
So yeah, you were saying that you love Philadelphia.
Love Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia, but he got a lot of publicity this year. I saw him last week during the Philly whatever preseason game. He had the earrings on. He looks like he's been using Manscaped on his face. And I love the guy, but I'm looking at that also. There's a lot of things you could look at right now.
What do you think about the Lions? And it's hard for me, dude.
The Lions are tough. The Lions showed a lot. That's why I pushed the Lions, because if you're going to bet $25 and win $575, the Lions wouldn't be that bad. If you bet Kansas City right now and you bet 25, you get $77 or something. Hold on. You got $177. Where are my fucking glasses? God damn it. Anyway, we're back here. If I bet $25 on Kansas City Chiefs, I go for $175. If I bet, look at this bet here, $25 on the Miami Dolphins, I get $650. The Miami Dolphins, if Tua stays healthy, they've got a tremendous offensive fucking juggernaut, and they could be somewhere. But Tua's, I like him. The kid's got fucking heart. He got bounced off his head a couple times last week. The fucking protocols and all this shit. In the old days, they put that motherfucker back in. They give him a little fucking smelling salt. You get like Sally's panties and put it under his nose, and he comes right out of it. And boom, we're back like fucking herpes.
That shit is strong, dude. Josh Potter brings that on the road with him. He doesn't do like Red Bulls or stuff. He does smelling salts. That stuff is strong. But I like Goff, like that, the quarterback for the Lions. Like I just like LA threw him to the side. And I like the coach of the Lions. I don't know what it is. And it's hard for me. I can't root for another team, but I don't think the Patriots have a shot in hell. And
well, you never know. Let's talk about the Patriots Sunday. They're going up against Philadelphia at home, and they're retiring fucking Brady's shirt. So you look at a game like that, and you're like, Philadelphia is going to steamroll them.
Yeah, you'd think so.
God knows if somebody puts a leprechaun up fucking Tom Brady's ass and he goes out there and New England wins 44-0. What's that going to look like? That's why I'll stay away from that game. Right now, the only game I'm thinking about for Sunday early game is I like the Jaguars.
Really? Who are they playing?
They're -5 against the Indianapolis Colts. On Thursday night, I'm going with nobody yet. But let me put it to this way. Kansas City's playing at home. It's the season opener, Thursday night. You never seen a bookie with a fucking part-time job. All right? I mean, it can't be that simple. They're giving 6.5. What can you see? I don't know what the over and under is.
For which one?
For Kansas City, Detroit on Thursday night, this Thursday.
53.5 right now.
Okay, there you have it. So, those games, those specialty games usually go. If on a regular day, I could see fucking, Detroit score some points, and I don't have to tell you what Kansas City could do. So 53 looks like a fucking fart in a cup. It ain't no big deal. But at the same time, I don't know. What if fucking Detroit comes out and puts on 26 points and they score 3 and you got 29 for fucking total? So there's so many crazy things that could happen. I will not look at Thursday till Thursday this week. Right now, going into Sunday, I love fucking the Jaguars with that little blonde dude that can throw the ball.
And you'll do the line.
Yeah, Indy's 5 points, -5. And then Monday night, you got a great game. Again, this is a sentimental game. You got 9/11, New York City, Aaron Rodgers starting at the Giants Stadium against the fucking
Bills.
Buffalo Bills. I mean, who could pick this one? So I see
this one. The over-under is lower, though.
Huh?
It's 46.
Yes, that's why I like this the over on this. But right now, I like the over. Let's see what happens over the weekend. But that's who I would go with. Listen, I've told you motherfuckers for years, if you're going to put some bets in, it's like the crucifixion, right? Thursday, they put one nail in your fucking head. Friday, you think you're going to win back some money, so you bet college basketball, whatever. They put another nail in your coffin. So now you're hanging up with one nail. And then come Saturday, you fucking bet again. Now you got 2 nails in your hand. Then Sunday, you lose the first game. That's a nail in your foot. Afternoon game, that's a nail in the other foot. And then you lose the Sunday game. That's just a chisel to your fucking head. And now you better pray for fucking Barabbas to get you out of a pinch for Monday night so you can win back. If not, you got to pay that book on Thursday. Or in today's FanDuel, DraftKings, all these casino things, they take it right out of you, which I appreciate these because I don't got to see no guy in a diner on Thursday.
Right.
My little $25 bet, and I know where I stand.
Now, I have a few questions.
Hit me.
Do you usually bet early season? Because to me, like anyone who I can't imagine betting preseason. But
Listen,
even like the first week,
if you bet preseason, you got a monkey on your back. I can see you at Yonkers at midnight betting a fucking horse or something. All right, but first season, listen, Baltimore's given 12 points to Houston. That's a lot of fucking wood. On paper, I could see Houston, Baltimore beating them by fucking 80 points. But 12 points on open, and watch, I'm going to bite my tongue. I guarantee fucking Baltimore beats them. I wouldn't do it the first week.
Right. I wonder if like unders are more popular, like at the beginning, not popular, but like if you see a lot of unders in the season, in the preseason, because like, or in the first couple of weeks.
Problem with football is, listen, they're going to kill you one way or another. It's like Blondie. You know what I'm saying? Blondie's going to get you one way or another. So football's going to get you one way or another. It's up to you how long you want to get in there. Everybody talks about a bankroll, this and this. Well, now it's your ATM card, right? You put your ATM card there and you fucking, they bang you out. So you're not going to go into big time debt unless you steal grandma's ATM card, which I can see a lot of knuckleheads doing that shit. But, when I was a kid, I fucked up with gambling so much that I didn't do it again. And then I went to work for a sports betting service and I sat behind the lines and I saw the mentality of it. And you start to understand the gambler. And that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to become a gambler, but I don't mind putting $25 in the game to make it more exciting. Do you follow?
I love it.
I love it. You know what I like about DraftKings? They have the fucking quick GSPs, the same game parlays.
Yeah.
All right. Those things are fucking tits because you could bet $10 on one of those things. Like right now, like one of the football ones I saw was, check this out. They have, and you could bet this tonight. They have, what the fuck is it? Like the guy from Miami to lead the league in scoring, whatever his name is, Malik. I don't know. Tyreek Hill to lead the league in receiving yards. It's betting plus 900, right? You throw $10 on that, you throw a 20 on that, you win $200. You
That's
bet
crazy.
if you throw a $10 bill on it, you win $100. For $10 to watch it, kicking off with Kelsey. Travis Kelsey to score first touchdown, plus 500, right?
So like, but how many bets will you put in a week? Like, what do you think is smart? Like, if you're just having fun, that's something different. But if you're trying to actually win, do you do like one bet, two? What do you normally do?
I go with what I like. Okay, I go with what I like. If I wake up one morning and I'm like, I look at first for me, it starts with Yahoo. I click on the Yahoo and I see the matchups.
You're the only person who still goes to Yahoo.
You know me, I'm an old school motherfucker. I still got Hotmail. What are we getting at here? You know what I'm saying? And then we take it from there. And then if I see something that looks interesting, I'll see what time it's at, and I'll see who's pitching, who's And usually in baseball, you got to give a run and a half, but you start to know teams. Like this year, my biggest thing I had was Cincinnati. Cincinnati either loses outright or they're going to beat you by 1 run on a money line. They're going to come from behind. They're very exciting. They're having a great time when they play baseball. You don't see that much. I mean, they got beat up by they're on a West Coast trip now. They got beat up by San Diego. I don't know who they're playing tonight. I have no fucking idea. But like today was a great day to gamble because you had 4 baseball games and it was the beginning of college football. And DraftKings was giving you 50% profit boost for baseball. So you put $20 on somebody, you're collecting, 58. At least I'm doubling my money. I'm not going to put $25 to win fucking 42. I'm not taking that sweat. I got to double it. Even if it's $62, I double it, So that's how I look at things. I'm not looking to become a millionaire. I'm just looking to have some fun. If I'm bored one day, I look at the thing, boom, bop, beep. And you fucking, there you are, like Johnny Bamboo.
It doesn't matter if I bet 5 or 100. Baseball gives me so much anxiety. Like if I bet baseball as much as I'm going to bet football, I would die of a heart attack. Because baseball takes so goddamn long that I can't. It gives me anxiety to watch it. I don't know how you bet that.
First off, I don't. It's not like I do it a lot. I don't have the baseball package, so I can't really watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't watch the game, I can't really cheer for them. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I'll watch the series, and you can't listen. Baseball will kill you because it's every day.
Yeah,
it's every day. So don't even think about it. If you look at something one day and it looks good to you, for me it was Baltimore this year, Tampa Bay. I mean, you bet the Yankees, it's like giving away money to charity. You can't figure them out. Finally, they beat Detroit yesterday with Garrett Cole on the mound or whatever. Baseball is going to suck you dry. It's like basketball. It's every day. Fucking listen, you get me a guy with a turban who reads fucking minds. He's not going to bust out fucking 7 winners a week, okay? That's why when you see a psychic sign, go in there. Fuck with him. Listen, give me the next winner on the track. They're all stumbled. They can tell you about a great nephew that's looking for you in the spirit world, but you can't tell me the fucking winner of the game this afternoon. Give me a break, all right? If you're a psychic, you're throwing heat at me.
Yeah, why has no one even... I've never even heard that. Why is no psychic doing sports?
Because listen, Michael Jordan couldn't win and he played the game. Art Schlichter couldn't win and he played the game. You had about 5 or 6 athletes that were legitimate fucking gamblers. And listen, come on, who doesn't bet on themselves or teams that you know what they're about? Yeah. So if they can't beat it, who the fuck are you to think, well, I got a system. Yeah, your system is a fucking loan from grandma in about a year when you're fucking, selling blood at the clinic.
Did you see that, like that article, like Phil Mickelson bet like $1 billion? I think he said it was bullshit, but I believe it.
Yeah, these guys, listen, when you have that, I am not a degenerate, but I've seen degenerate gamblers. And the number one degenerate gambler I saw was my mother. The horses and baseball. That's the recipe for fucking death right there. So.
And it's hard to say because she, like, just the idea of a phone would have fucked her up. But, like, what do you think, like, something like that, like, being able to bet from your house without having to go anywhere, What would your mom have thought about that?
Well, listen, it's not like I could go on the computer and just make the bet and tell them I'm going to pay him on Thursday.
Right.
Today's world
You
is
have
a
to have the
little
money.
different. Okay, today's world is a little different. I mean, you have people gambling. Look what New York made the first 3 months of gambling. It's unreal because people are gambling now that were never gambling before. Never. They started during the pandemic because they were bored. Whether it was playing cards with a live dealer, playing whatever. It's entertainment, guys. It's entertainment. Yeah, if you're a poker guy, you might make it to the finals. I don't know how that works. I don't like cards. I don't know anything about cards. Every once in a while, I'll go on casino, blackjack casino. I play like 50 cents blackjack. I get my ass kicked. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not holding. I'm not calling. I even tried to play the dice. The computer almost fucking blew up. I don't know much about it. I didn't grow up playing cards or dice. I'd like to tell you that, yeah, I played in an alley. That wasn't me. So, but yeah, it's just responsibly. It's like
Right.
drinking. It's like doing coke. You do coke one night a week, you light your nutsack on fire, you jump up and down. When you do it 6 nights a week, it's going to end bad. You know what I'm saying? Anything you do 6 nights a week is going to fucking end bad. You can drink vodka every night. Oh, well, nobody will smell it. Well, but wait till you start pissing blood. Then you'll smell it. Blood mixed with alcohol. I know a couple Russians that smell like that. Bloody vodka. You ever smell them? It's like they smell like a fucking Bloody Mary, but without the celery stick. Anyway.
I'm just imagining a ball sack getting lit on fire.
So yeah, that's where you're at this weekend. And listen, you wait all year for this. There's people that wait all fucking year for this time of the year.
Oh, I love football.
Hummus goes up 20%. Not in my household. It's fucking onion dip. I want to smell those sour cream farts.
Like, do you have anything like you said, we're both fat fucks. Like I don't do it anymore, but my favorite thing to do when I lived in LA with you on Sundays was to get a pizza and wings and chips and cold soda, and I just sit there and like I literally could have like my skin could have grafted to the couch. There's nothing I love more than pizza and wings. Like, what would you get if you were gonna go to town on football?
If I was gonna go to town on football, I'd get some fucking fried rice from what's his name? Peking Freddie Mombetti over at King's. Get a couple fucking an order of spare ribs.
Yeah.
But I won't do that. I don't do that because I don't like eating I don't like eating downstairs. There's ice in this motherfucker. And I don't want them in here. I'm down to one cat. So I have friends in this area that have little mice in the winter. I see a mice. I'll tell this fucking house. I'll light this motherfucker on fire. I see a mouse. So
really?
Yeah, I don't like mice.
No one likes mice, but what would you do?
I just told you I would light the fucking house on fire. I don't like goddamn mice. Scarface didn't like Colombians. I don't like mice. You know what I'm saying? I don't like mice and flies. I was down the Outer Banks last week and I took some mushrooms like I did tonight. And I'm sitting there getting sun, listening to music, Madonna. I'm listening to fucking Michael Shankner. But the whole time I'm just killing flies. They're landing on my thigh and I would smack them, take the wing off and put them in between my legs. By the time I finished on the mushrooms, there was like 11 flies buzzing around. So they were still alive. So I put them in the fucking jar with 1 inch of water and I put them outside. The sun beamed on them all day. I came back 2 days later. They were a complete different color. You know what I'm saying? They had that disease Michael Jackson had. Their skin got all light. What's it called? The Montepilia?
Vitiligo?
Vitiligo. Yeah, it looks like they had vitiligo and shit.
The stuff you do to flies, dude, is out of you. Why do you put water in there?
I don't like
mice.
Flies. I don't like mice. Okay. I don't like rats. I'll take a snake. You got a snake? Send them over. You got a cat? Yeah. You got a raccoon? A baby raccoon? I'll raise that motherfucker. A skunk descented? I'm in. I'll put them in the back of my hat and go out with people.
I don't like mice either, but
that's what people should get, a fucking skunk for self-defense. A lot of people don't know how to handle that. If I'm going to mug you and I see a skunk behind you, I'll shit my pants. I'll stab myself. I don't want to get hit with I got to go lay in tomato juice. I don't have a dime. What do you think I'm robbing you for?
Like a guard skunk? Could you train a skunk to do that?
Yeah, I had a friend, well, he was a counselor, a camp counselor at 5-star basketball camp. Sorry about the thing. I think I have a walking pneumonia. I'll find out next Wednesday. He had a skunk. Kenny Denard from Duke had a skunk.
He had a skunk,
and he had carry it in his hood on his sweatshirt. And
you'd rather do that than have a mouse one time?
Yeah, because they descent them. They take the scent out, and they can't spray you. And then you go to fucking a sporting goods store where they have hunting material, and you could buy the scent in a little jar, and you put that outside your mother's door one night and fuck with her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She gets up in the middle of the night. Is there a skunk in the house? Nah. I swear there's a skunk. Yeah,
have you done that? That seems like a trick you would do, is just walk around with the scent and leave it at people's houses.
No, I went to a sporting goods one time, Levy's in West New York, New Jersey, and the guy had it there, and I bought a little thing, and I don't know. I'm not going to tell you the whole story because it's not good, but I whipped it at somebody. They must have taken.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know the person. You know, it was during a transaction, one of those. You know, I got a gun.
CVS.
Huh?
It was at CVS, a transaction.
Yeah, it was like a little transaction. You give me a little CVS card. By the way, by no way is this a promotion. I love CVS. You sign up for that package they have.
You love this package.
Yes, like $12 a year, and you get like coupons for everything that you need. Like when I get coupons, it's for like fungi toenail powder, fucking Nicorette gum, fucking sunglasses, shit like that.
That was like when we met. You told me, like, listen, I want to send you $5. They've been doing, like, I can't imagine you liking the deal at CVS.
I do. I take the deal. It's I'm an old man guy. I'm not 28 no more. I'm not 38. I'm not 48. I'm not 58. I'm going to tend the golden age of 60 years old. As a matter of fact, I got a $2 discount on my movie ticket. You understand me?
Oh, shit.
That's how I'm pimping it now. And I re-signed up with T-Mobile because I haven't been to Sprint in like 10 years. So I went back. I have T-Mobile now. T-Mobile became Sprint.
I was going to say, I think you have Sprint.
They cut my bill in half, bitch, because I'm over 55.
Wow.
Come on. I added another line. I got another number now I can maneuver with. You know what I'm saying?
You like being 60 now?
Do I like being 60? What are my options? Yeah. It's not like you cannot like it. What do you want me to do? Fucking put on nice shoes and go out and hang out at a bar with young people and make believe I'm fucking young. Why? After a while, that's my biggest fear is smelling like an old man. You ever smell an old man when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You're like, God damn. That's why I don't want to smell like an old man. I take showers. I wash my feet. I fucking buff them out now because I don't want to smell like an old man. So I don't want to get.
Stop putting the weed in the same jar with the foot stuff.
Oh no, I
put it in the same container.
When I got back from North Carolina, I buffed out my toenail. Had a little sand in there. It's ready for you. I got that fucking toenail dust to put in the next blunt. Forget about it. It's like smoking a mushroom too. And that's what I tell Lee. My toenails are like a mushroom. Like if you take if I put some of that toenail dust in your water, you're seeing fucking Chinese people now. You're hearing fucking, you're seeing swords and flying fucking stars. And
but see, you say these things like it's a positive. Like why would I?
Positive.
It's not a positive. I don't want to see Chinese people.
Listen, it's always good to have Chinese people around. They show up with spare ribs.
No, I like it when they're just around like normally. I don't want to see like flying.
Hungry. I could go for some. Freddie makes the best pork fried rice with extra egg and sprouts you've ever had in your fucking life. A bowl of wonton soup, and I'm ready for fucking war. You understand me?
Yeah,
I don't go for Freddie for the entrees.
No.
I go for Crown Palace for my entrees. The shrimp and lobster sauce will put hair on your nutsack, even if you got sarcopenia down there, whatever the fuck. The missing.
Vitiligo, there's no S in here. I don't think you got one letter right. Sarcopenia. Oh my God. But like you changed my life at Freddy's because I love wonton soup and I love hot mustard. I've never put it in the soup before. That is. No one ever did that.
Come on, that's Jewish type stuff. That's what I like about Steady Freddy's. You're surrounded by Jews. They know what time it is, bro. They got that.
The word surrounded is an interesting choice.
What's that?
The word like surrounded sounds like it's dangerous.
Nah.
Surrounded by Jews.
Listen, if you're surrounded by ISIS, that's dangerous. being surrounded by Jews, you're in fucking heaven. One's a dentist, one's a lawyer, one guy has a sneaker shop. You know, you can't fucking lose here.
Surrounded by Jews.
That fucking edible kind of hit me, but the
Yeah.
mushroom hit me a little more. I'm ready for fucking war. I like these. This is the laughing gas. I don't know what it is. Rainbow Ruts. It's strawberries with Skittles in it.
Is that the white one?
No, that's the pink one, the strawberry one. Why would it be?
Got it. Okay, it's pink. Okay.
That's white truffle. And then the one is really good. It's like caramel, like a chocolate, fucking tremendous. And then the other one is like a crispy chocolate. And I like that too. I like Silly's brand too. I had some Silly's when I was down in North Carolina. I ate the fucking strawberry and cream. I was the referee of a kid's flag football thing. Right? Because I couldn't run because of my knee in the dirt. Yeah.
And was that at a school? Like it was like an event, or was it just your family?
We took down there.
Okay. I was like, how did you just end up the referee?
Steve and Nuno were the quarterbacks, and I was the referee. One of the kids, I had to fine him 15 yards for unnecessary roughness. I had a whistle. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking, but I took mushrooms before I went. I usually take mushrooms and stay home and mind my fucking business. I don't want to bump into nobody in mushrooms.
Yeah.
So I fucking went over to the field, and next thing you know, I was watching the grass moving. I'm like, this is no bueno.
And did you run around as the ref? Like you were running around on mushrooms?
No, I can't run around because I have that fucking cough, and I think I got, the fucking.
But you were rapping on mushrooms?
Huh?
You were rapping on that silly bar?
Yeah. Who do you think you're dealing with, Joey Bananas? I just told you that, didn't I, cocksucker?
But that's crazy. I can't imagine, like what, like I would freak out. Like I would freak out being around kids at that age. Did you throw a flag at Mercy?
No, Mercy caught one of the balls. She did okay. She was not, she wasn't. The kids just, the one kid picked them up and threw them down. It was, momentum. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, so you let it slide.
Don't worry about the football game, cocksucker. What do you pick for the week?
Okay, let me pull it up. I like, I want to say the Patriots, but I don't think I can. I like, you know what? I really like Detroit, and I'm trying to see. I try to go for kind of not upsets, but I don't like winning, like you said, like $5. I think the Jets might win. The Jets are a slight underdog right now over Buffalo. I think they won. I think they want him to win. I think Buffalo is a better team, but then I don't know what's going on. I heard whatever their star wide receiver is, he wants to leave. Diggs, now he wants to leave. But see, whatever I say, you can just bet against me because I'm gonna lose.
Well, I want you to be organized. I want you to look at Thursday's game first. If you like Thursday's game, then you touch it. If you don't like it, you stay the fuck away from it and you watch it at halftime to the end of the game. And then you look at Saturday. But there's also college football on Saturday this week. So there's college on Friday. There was college on, last week I'm talking about. So this week you have college football. If you think there's something in college football you like, then you go. If not, you wait for fucking Sunday. And then
I don't know shit about college football.
Let's start with the first game on Sunday, the 1:00 game. And then you see how you do. And you see how the day is going. If there's a bunch of upsets and shit like that, now you know. So now you go into the 4:00 with different thoughts. That's why I don't like giving out a bunch of picks. I like giving out the game I like for Sunday. The main game is the Jaguars. And then, I don't know what the Sunday night game is yet. And I have I know Monday's September 11th, and they're playing at Giant Stadium. And it's the home opener of Aaron Rodgers, which people got them winning the Super Bowl for a certain whatever. I got no opinion on it. Let's see. I think he's a little older, and I think he's going to get chased around there. But Tom Brady fucking managed to do it. So look at that game, 1:00, then go to the 4, then go to the 7. If there's nothing there, but you're waiting for Monday night, then you bet Monday night a little heavier. If you were going to bet 25 on Thursday and 25 on Sunday, and you didn't touch it, now you got 75 for fucking Monday night. So you could bet yourself a little parlay with 3 legs. You know, how many touchdowns is Aaron Rodgers going to have? Bet the Jets or the side and an over. And you got a 3-way fucking parlay. How's that for you? A 3-leg parlay, that's, you know, and whatever site you're on, they'll take care of you. I prefer DraftKings. I've been working for them. I've been with them for 5 years, one as a consumer, or 4 years, one as a consumer. And then I reached out to them because I like what they do. So that's Uncle Joey. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. But I don't. I guess if I'll pick one game of the week, and I'm gonna pick the. I think I like that one, the Bills and the Jets, and I think I don't know if it's fucking rigged. I don't want to say that, and that's Monday, I guess. I don't know if it's rigged, but I think the storylines. I think they want Aaron Rodgers to win that game, and it's nothing. It's the same thing with the strike. The Stars win. That's
right. You got any dates
see.
this weekend? You got any dates coming up this weekend?
This weekend, I don't have any dates. My next big one, I have a show in Worcester on the 16th at Pepe's Taqueria, or Pepe's Dolce Bar. That's the big one. And then the fun one at the end of the month, September 28th through the 30th, I'm at the Omaha Funny Bone with Josh Wolf.
That's a good fucking club. You're going to have
I'm really excited about that one. And I get to do a longer set because unfortunately Jake's not coming that week, but it's going to be Josh and myself. And I'm really so excited.
All right, well, we'll talk about September 28th. Then even September 5th. We're 23 days away. I want you to give me what's coming up next this weekend.
That's all I got.
And looking for the people at home. I started doing book signings.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed myself talking to the people. It was a labor of love. You know, some of the agents were like, you have to charge for the book signing and then charge them for the book. And I'm like, no, I want to talk to them by myself. And I didn't get the fucking idea that these people wanted stand-up. But they did talk about the church a lot. And that's why we're fucking here. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Lee, for agreeing to do this. We're just going to do once a week. We have no pressure here, right? We have no pressure anymore. We don't give a fuck. We just want to talk to the people that love us. We'll talk to them, and we're good to fucking go.
Yeah, I love talking to you.
Tuesdays, right? We'll post on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Every Tuesday.
And for right now, we're just going to start with one a week and see how it goes. You know, Lee's got a different schedule. I got a different fucking schedule. So we'll take it from there. And without further ado, Uncle Joey loves you. Tell him, Lee, you love him.
I love you guys. So excited to be back.
And we will see you next Tuesday.